Okay, hello out there in YouTube land, just in case that makes it. My name is Ryan Gaming. This is Middle-earth Shadows of War. I'm currently the second place holder in the any% category, and time begins as soon as we gain control of Tallinn, which is after he says, I will find you. Okay. So, this is a tutorial area. You're meant to play around, learn how the mechanics work, throw orcs off ledges, stealth attack them, but we're speedrunners, so we're just going to blaze through the first little area, and we should finish this area in about 20 seconds total. Then we get another loading screen. Yep, that's about average. Okie dokie. Just going to have a sip of my coffee. Okay, so I want to explain a little bit of mechanics around this game, mainly about how captains, war chiefs, and overlords work. But first, let me explain why I'm in Itariel skin, but still playing Tallinn. There are a couple of, regardless if you start a brand new file or not, there are a couple of things which come over from previous games. One of them is skins, which doesn't affect the run at all, so as runners we're okay, because otherwise we'd have to play for 6.5 minutes just to change our skin, because you can't change your skin during the mission. Oh, that's weird, I couldn't sprint. The other thing is our ally captains, war chiefs, overlords, whatever you want to call them, they can come over too. So they are not allowed to be used. We have to use, you can only use captains, war chiefs, and overlords if you earn it during the actual gameplay of this session. So just to get that out of the way. Now, for anyone who's never seen a run before and doesn't know what the hell I'm dribbling about, captains, overlords, and war chiefs are the main antagonists of this game. The entire nemesis system revolves around them. The nemesis system is the name for the system that generates them. They, for the most part, are completely RNG, and that's what adds a huge amount of time to runs, and it's also the reason only about 40 to 50% of runs ever actually make it to the end. Luckily, this is the first captain we're coming up against. This guy is level 6 on the map here. Luckily, this guy is not RNG. He's always the same. He's always dazed by stealth, he is always arrow immune, but when they're dazed, their immunities are not working. So we don't swing our sword straight away, we wait a second. Dazed by stealth comes up. We've got him in the bad corner. So we're just going to peg him with 2 arrows quickly before his immunity wears off. Oh, that's bad. That's actually really bad. Yeah. Kick him. Kill him. Now, ideally, we get past this point before 3 minutes. We're basically like a couple of seconds behind at this point. That's okay. The biggest problem is we have no focus, which is the white bar down the bottom that recharges over time that allows us to sprint. Yeah, back to the captains and war chiefs. They can be completely random. They can have these really weird immunities, which basically mean that you cannot kill them. That's a really slow stealth animation. So I'm using my bow here because the bow is the strongest damage tool we have. Cool. They're all dead. And these little scenes involve us fighting constantly. While we're waiting we have to kill X amount of orcs on each section. Yeah, because the captains and war chiefs are so random, we can get to a point in the game where we physically can't fight anymore, and we can't, we just basically have to give up. Because we're so far behind, we can lose 7 to 10 minutes on the split just because the captain and war chief's RNG wasn't good, which basically means run over. Alright, that's enough about the captains and war chiefs. This bit is one of the most annoying bits here. We cannot outrange him. That's the girl with the eye above her head. If we do, we fail the mission, which is why I am just casually sprinting up here, not really caring. I'm going to get to the point, you can see there, Ichil is getting too far away. If I sprint again, I probably will end up failing the mission. So we're keeping Idril sort of just on that edge of where we failed the mission or not. So there's the warning there, basically saying, hey look, you're so close to failing this mission, it's not funny, you should be careful. Right, one more arrow, I should have used it. Okay, perfect.
Move out! Move out!
So, sprint again. Stop and grab these arrows up here. Faster ranger indeed. Going as fast as I can, Idril. So, entering the cutscene. 530 is about average. And now we've unlocked a new ability. That's a really good ability. It's our glaive. It's our first sort of AoE tool. Go back and get our arrows out now. So I'll try to focus down any orcs that aren't on fire currently. Cool. Wow, that's actually relatively fast. Okay. That was very fast. That's the fastest I've ever done that by a lot. Wow. And considering I stuffed up one bit there, that's really impressive. It is I've done it once before, but it is very, very difficult getting under 6 minutes on that split. So I am super happy with that.
Castamir is right. By protecting the city, we protect the Palantir.
So I wasted a few seconds.
The tower is bad.
Okay, so these are in-game cutscenes, by the way. They're unskippable, unfortunately. Cinematic cutscenes are skippable, but in-game cutscenes are not. This is discussing the fast travel system.
Give him sight, not without the Palantir.
So now we're going to go on our map, we're going to learn about quest objectives. We don't care about quest objectives. Photo mode is updated, which is really useful to know as a speedrunner. We don't use photo mode at all, which we would because it's amazing, but I can see no tech where photo mode is actually useful, unfortunately. And we run into another cutscene. But this one we can gain control early. We listen for the word purifier, and at that point we can actually gain control even though the game doesn't really show you can. There it is there. And this is us basically unlocking this fast travel point. And even if the game didn't force us to do this, we would still unlock this one. It is super useful, and we will use it multiple times. No treasure orc today.
Those are my barrows.
So you can get treasure orc spawning here. In fact, my last run I got a treasure orc spawning here. We need to kill them for gems. We need an additional white gem as on top of the one that we get as a quest reward for this mission here. White gems are XP gems, so when inserted into armor they increase your XP gain, which we need for the run since XP is already really tight. And there's another type of gem that we want is a red gem. It's not mandatory, but it is really helpful. It's just flat damage for our weapons, so obviously very useful. There is a third type of gem, which is a green gem. We don't care about green gems. They are really not useful at all. Cleave. So here we just have to kill X amount of orcs. Didn't get that cleave off, that would have been really juicy, that one. So I'm trying to position my cleaves to hit as many, oh that was a bad one. Hit as many orcs as possible. This is not great, the orc spawns are pretty good, but that's okay. And here we just have to kill 10 orcs before our blue bar on the right runs out. We come here, this is where they spawn, so it's all good. And that's that entire mission. That was really fast. As well. Not a gold split by just like half a second. I was like watching it, but yeah, not a gold split. Really close though, that was really, really good. So here we're gonna fail the jump completely and fall right down to the ground, which isn't great. And we're gonna get the gem tutorial. That's what I was actually going to say. Unfortunately, we haven't unlocked the weapon slot yet, which isn't useful straight away. And this is a skin tutorial. We're already wearing a skin, we know about skins. But yeah, if we could choose whatever slot we wanted to unlock, then we would unlock the armor slot and we'd immediately put the XP gem in. But unfortunately, we can't do that till next mission. We're also not bothering about skilling up at the moment and getting a new skill. We only have 1 point. It would be kind of pointless. Because if we need it for this run, for this mission, we're doing something wrong. Not for the run, for the mission. Because we will definitely need that skill for the mission, for the run. It is one of the most vital skills. Oh, that's a bad explosion spawn. Don't. Yeah.
It is the only.
Okay, so that was a bad explosion. Because ideally we can kill all of these orcs without with that one barrel. But unfortunately, because of that explosion, that knocked me back. The orcs ran on further. We didn't get close enough to the barrel, and I have no focus. So we have to peasant walk down here till my focus comes back. Now we have it. Come over here. There we go. So we're going to lose a few seconds here, I reckon. Probably about 10 to 15 maybe. Depending on how well these siege beats go.
There are no one I can manage here.
That was a weird sound effect. That's the sound effect of a Caragor cage opening, but there's definitely no Caragor cage here. Cool. So we blow up 2 explosive barrels on the siege beast. Then we can dominate him, even though we don't have the ring of power, which makes no sense. Not the question again.
Let's see what this thing can do.
And now we can shoot orcs, so this is just playing whack-a-mole. Okay, that should be enough.
Another siege beast is in range. Destroy.
So this guy spawns after you kill at least 20 orcs. You can do that in one shot. It is relatively difficult, but not impossible. Cool. And that was still the optimal amount of shots. So you want 3 shots on the ground and 2 shots in the on the siege base is optimal.
We must move quickly. This should help.
Now we have the double jump ability. Very useful for the run, not useful for this mission.
If Minas Ithil falls,
then it will only be a matter of time till they find.
One thing I didn't mention is how the sprint mechanic works in this game. So that white focus bar down there is our slow mo for our bow, and it is also our sprint bar. So anytime we sprint, we can basically use that white bar. However, if we do little hops and jumps over little objects, which you've seen me doing throughout the run, no doubt, we get basically a focus-free sprint, or we call them free sprints. So we're always weaving and trying to find little objects to jump over to make sure that we get those free sprints.
Victory against him will not be possible. We must secure the Palantir.
Okay, so this is... These shots are pretty much always the same. Go that one, then we go this. 2 shots on this guy, and by then we'll have a nice juicy clump about here. And that should do it. Yep, so that was optimal shooting again, so that's great. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it's pretty much down pat. So yeah, we lost a little bit of time here from our split, unfortunately, but that's okay.
we should return to the upper city. Check on Israel and the others.
Okay, so here we're going to go into our inventory. We're going to unlock this gem slot in our armor. Put in that. Go into our character. Unlock execute. And we'll unlock detonate, which is both real. So I did not mean to close that menu. Did not mean to go in the armor menu either. That's bad menuing. That's what I was meant to do. Fast travel to the next side. So, what we need to keep our eye out now for is treasure orcs. They spawn fairly commonly in this area, and what we want to do is we want to find a treasure orc that drops us ideally a red gem and a white gem. The white gem is a priority, but a red gem is also very useful. So, I can see a treasure orc off to the left there in Wraith World. Please drop a gem. That's like the one gem we don't want. They can also drop money, which is completely useless. This is another. Drop money, that's not great. Okay. That's a new little route trick we learnt. Treasure Orc's too far out of the way. We're not desperate for the gems just yet, so we're not going to go super out of our way to get them. There is one right near the quest objective, so I'm going to kill him. Red gem. Okay, good. Red gem, fairly useful. It's just a flat damage increase on our weapons, so we'll put it straight on our sword and keep going. So this is Big Olag. See them a lot in the run, but yeah, that's how you fight that one. Relatively easy fight. Alright, there's Golem. He's going to escort us, but we already know where we're going, so... blow up the campfire. We're out of focus though, so we used a little bit too much focus during the Olag fight, so now we have to what we call Peasant Run, which is running without focus to this next objective, which is just in this cave.
That wasn't just a...
Okay.
The assassin must be stopped.
And the reason why we want to sort of Peasant Run there at the end anyway is that our focus does recharge during cutscenes. Now, apparently it's faster going that way, but every time I've gone that way I get really pinned up. So I'm just going to run this way. We go this way anyway, so... come around this corner and the first assassin's always here.
Earlier you said only a Morgul blade could have caused these wounds. We're on the right track.
So now we have to wait for Golem regardless.
We'll need to move faster if
Come on,
we want
Golem.
to catch up with the assassin.
So, Golem's the one who actually spawns those orc bodies, and if you get too far away from him, Golem prioritises following you over spawning the bodies and hitting his checkpoint marks, so that's why we kind of just have to wait there for a few seconds.
Castamere is the only one who knows where the Palantir is.
This is a bad position for an orc, but I should be okay here, because as soon as I start the cutscene, he backs off and very kindly lets me finish my inspection of the orc body before he decides to attack me.
Another Uruk. He hasn't been dead long. We're getting closer.
Okay, so that was a little fast. I'm a little worried Golem may not spawn the guards up here. Yes, he did. Okay, that's fine. So kill that one, kill these guys. Gonna let my focus recharge here because I'm nearly out of focus. I'm gonna need at least 2 charges to get through this part. Yep, that's enough.
Stay here.
Perfect.
Another victim. Yet this one still lives.
You are mine!
So this is talking about Captain's weakness. Pick him as our target. Blow up this guy's head. Why not?
The assassin is near.
Okay. So the game encourages you to use a Wraith World here to try to find out where he is. However, he's always in the same spot, roughly.
Get them away from me!
Roll this away. We're gonna execute. Oh, and he's weak to execute. That's rare. So that guy is always weak to flies, but the rest of his stats are randomized. And in this case, he was weak to execute. So we save some time. Another green gem. We don't want green gems at all. That's okay. We'll find what we need. That second XP gem isn't needed for the run. It does make the run a lot more consistent.
The Palantir is still at risk of
XP
falling
is
into enemy
very
hands.
tight, like I said before.
Behind enemy lines. This is a perfect opportunity to sow chaos within Sauron's ranks.
I'm just looking for a fire. One occasionally spawns there, and if it does, you can teleport to it.
And kill the war chief's final bodyguard.
Going out of my way for that treasure orc again. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't look like we're going to get a treasure orc anytime soon. Give me that second XP gem. Apologies, 1 second.
Run out of orcs in the city.
There are a few left. But we're hunting one in
Apologies
particular.
about that.
The last bodyguard of the war chief leading the siege.
Okay. So this talks about war chiefs and their bodyguards. So war chiefs can have bodyguards of other orcs.
And the way to a war chief is through his bodyguards.
You sound like you've had some experience in this.
I've had enough.
Follow you?
Those little puzzles are annoying, but not the worst thing in the world.
What was that noise?
Okay, so I'm just going to let our focus recharge here a little bit. Should recharge about now. Not focus. There it is. Okay. That's our first Caragor encounter. Ah, damn it. He saw us. So the reason why that's bad is because we're going to get his lines most likely, which are these here. So you can avoid, every orc has opening lines and closing lines. For the most part, you can avoid most of them. This guy looks like he's very tanky, which is not great. Yeah, he's got a lot of HP, so this is what we're talking about when we say RNG is a big part of this run. Yeah, this guy has a lot of HP. Oh, and he's enraged now. That's not great at all. So enraged, he takes less damage and does more damage during enrage. That's his enrage. Oh, that's bad. That's okay. I'm just wasting time here now, but I'm going to continue going. I cannot move at all. And we used our last elf shot, which is great. There we go. Got him finally. So that's how to lose 35 to 40 seconds in a run, just through RNG. And we got another cave drop, which is utterly useless. So that was really rough.
I almost feel sorry for the war.
Considering we got a gold split on Fellowship, that's really sad for me.
He'll join them soon enough.
But 30 seconds is not over. That's not even close to the...
Baranor seeks is just one of many. And
that's not even close to the main part of RNG in this game.
It's clear.
Just going to jump through that.
To kill them all.
White gem, please.
We need help from the Gondorians to do it.
Please don't see us, please don't see us, please don't see us. He didn't see us, cool. There's a captain there that I'll say don't see us because we don't want his opening lines. Okay, yeah. Looks like we're doing this run without the second XP jump. What that means is in the mid game in the snow level, we're going to be behind by level or two, so we're going to be less likely to be able to capture captains during it, which sucks a lot, but that's just sometimes how runs go. This run may not even get there. There's a split that we call the recruiting split. Just after Ring of Power, there's a Violent Nature split, and then there's a recruiting split. That recruiting split is the biggest RNG section. You can gain up to 5 minutes or lose up to 7 minutes there. It's purely dependent on how what the levels of the captains spawn.
This war chief you're after. He's not one to be taken lightly.
How many captains are attached to a war chief, what the war chief's vulnerabilities are, what the war chief's strengths are, what the mission that the war chief that you fight has. It is a huge killer, and it's about an hour and a bit into the run. It can be just before an hour, but yeah, it's a really nasty. It's a really nasty split in general. Okay, cool. So I shoot that barrel there to make sure that we block the very last archer that you meant to kill. It doesn't always kill him, but if it doesn't kill him, he will come out and investigate the explosion, and then we get to kill him. Okay, you're dead. Off you hop. Here we just find out. Really? He fell over drunk.
Only 3.
So I wasted an arrow there because he fell over drunk. It's not too bad, except for the fact that now I've only got 1 arrow to make sure that I get the last guy. Because I cannot waste any more arrows. Oops, did not mean to climb that box. So we're going to run this way.
Last of the archers.
We always grab these extra arrows regardless. They're really useful for the upcoming bit. Because we want to have a full Elven Rage bar, which is that blue bar on the outside of our map. We want to have that for the next mission for Traitor's Gate. So we use arrows here to block 2 explosive barrels to kill a bunch of orcs and gain a bunch of Elven Rage. We'll need a little bit more, but we should be able to get that on the way to Traitor's Gate.
And grind them to dust. Together, as captains in War Chief united, we will have victory. Together, we take the city at dawn. Set them ablaze. For Gondor.
Now is the time to strike.
One there. One there. Oh, wow. He was weak to execute. That was really rare. We just got back a bunch of time. I didn't grab that bow. I wanted that bow. I was trying to press control to grab that bow. Yeah. And we got to watch him. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's great. This run has gone from being to great. Watch him. Perfect. That's what we needed to make this run really fluid.
You trust her too
I'm going to grab this quickly. Apologies about my phone going off there. 7 shots is great. What I'm actually going to do now, character, is we're going to grab this point anyway. But since we've got a bit of a run ahead of us, oops, let's grab Caragor. Okay, I'm just checking. I need a little more Elven Rage, which is fine. So I'm just grabbing some Elven Rage here while I'm killing these guys. Did not mean to dismount my Caragor there, but okay. That'll do. That's close enough. Elven Rage wise. Okay, and
Great bright master, we knows how you can find the traitor.
Take us to him.
Golem's going to show us the spider web that we can easily see up there, but we can't actually shoot it until Golem points it out. We're going to use the campfire ability to teleport here, break the cutscene. The in-game cutscene that's meant to happen. Okay, perfect. Grab the extra arrows. And I'm always proud to say this because I love this. This is one of my main contributes to the community in terms of skips. I haven't found a lot of them, but this one I did find. This guy normally waits and talks to all the captains. Oh god. Okay. I'm apparently not controlling myself right. But if you shoot him, ideally you shoot him around the corner, but regardless, if you shoot him, he no longer stops to talk to any of the captains. He just continues running. Okay, this could be really bad because that guy's going for the alarm. I'm just going to try to outpace the alarm at this point. No, I got caught. The alarm's going to go off and I'm going to fail the mission. No, I outpaced it still. Okay, the main point is once we shoot him once, he no longer cares about going for the stopping and talking to the captains, which is great. I'm going to dismiss the guards now so they don't interrupt anything. You guys are dismissed. And that guy should spawn the captain.
The Gravewalker is here. He's after me.
Oh, poison. Okay.
Traitor. Oh, swear.
And for all his efforts, he gets chopped in half.
I told you all. Never speak of the traitor openly. Let this miserable dead glob be an example to the rest of you. The next man.
So I didn't actually check if I had enough Elven Rage to do this. I'm hoping so I do, but
will get worse.
I do not. That means I have to fight this the old style way, which absolutely sucks. So we're going to lose probably close to a minute here, I'd say.
Will you all learn anything from me?
I'm going to drag him away from the stairs, because those stairs are a huge pain. Yeah, without Elven Rage, this is how we fight. And to make matters worse, Caragors are spawned. Yeah, this is not going great, as you can imagine.
You said kill him, not tease him.
So we're going to adapt here. Okay, he's just blocking everything. It's pointless being on the beast, but the Caragor can provide us with a little bit of a distraction. Okay. Oh, now I have Elven Rage because I killed the Caragor. So I should have looked at that. I had just enough in the Caragor. So that could have been much faster. That was me being bad. But not a huge amount of time lost, to be honest. Could have been worse. We'll lose about 20 seconds here. So, not the worst. I will quickly check my phone while this guy talks. My phone went off. Don't care. My water company. Okay. Yeah. Well, I only lost about 20 seconds here, actually. Okay. Guaranteed legendary drop is always the same legendary. You always have to go through the legendary tutorial. Sword. Alright, so now we've got skill. We've already grabbed that, so we will work towards this here. We've already got Caragor riding, which means we can use it. Quests, map. Alright, so this is the first small segment of RNG here. We had to fight 4 captains in a row. You can lose upwards of 2 minutes here. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, you can lose a little bit of time. I'm still going to lose some time regardless there from bad menuing. Okay. However, we do have a strategy now to mitigate the captains, which is the new Caragor strategy, which will be used a lot in this run. It's unfortunate because right now I'm not very good at it. I say I don't like it, but to be perfectly fair, I don't like it because I'm not used to it, not because I don't think it's a good strategy. I think it's a great strategy, I'm just terrible at controlling it.
Welcome to the arena, man swine. The crowd screams for bloody spectacle, and you will give
So unfortunately that guy has 3 lines. This guy's always an O-lag, the first guy, so he has 3 possible lines, and that was the slowest out of the 3. So far we have the weaknesses that we can exploit, which is not great, but at least he wasn't enraged by... Oh!
I have failed the
Wow, he was weak to execute, because that's a lot of HP to execute him.
designs are unaltered. He has
I wasn't expecting him to fall over that quickly. And these are closing lines. You can also skip these. Unfortunately for this guy, because I didn't know he was weak to execute, I had no way of skipping his closing line. But that's okay. He's been decapitated. Everything is wonderful. So, break that Caragor out, because we're going to use it. Still weird hearing Carleen's voice come out of Vitariel, but skins are skins, unfortunately.
I am still waiting.
Okay, so we might be able to stealth this guy. He's not an archer, so he may not see us straight away because of our cape. Yep. Stun.
Ranger! I do like a good pit fight, but I was really starting to enjoy the siege. I can't wait to get back to it, but don't think that means I'll make this quick.
Okay, buddy. So this is the new Caragor strategy. We're going to run around like an idiot until we get up the Caragor's might path. When we do, hopefully if I do this right, there we are, instant kill. Regardless of the captain's HP, regardless of any stats, as long as he's not a beast master, I believe. Where's the captain? There he is. Wow, level 3, that is extremely weak. But yeah, regardless of the captain's stats, regardless of anything, it is an instant kill as long as they're not Beastmaster. If they're a Beastmaster, it means that they cannot be knocked down by the Caragor, so you know pretty early on if it's going to work. So this guy, for instance, is Beastmaster. So we're just going to fight him the old-fashioned way. He's dead. Hello, Hawk. He's my nemesis. So we're definitely going to lose some time here because in my PB, my arena was very clean. Same strategy here again. He's enraged. That's not great, and I didn't knock him down, which means he's immune to beasts, I'm pretty sure. Yep, he's immune to beasts, so I may as well just get off his Caragor at this point. So that's unfortunate. So that means he's immune to this. And his Vault Breaker. Wow, I did not get some good rolls for here today. Okay, he's dazed now. Not sure what dazed him, but I'll take it. Maybe he's got the condition where he gets dazed after being... I'm going to set him on fire here. Now he's enraged again. And now he burnt to death. That was really confusing. I'll be honest, that was very confusing. Oh, that's a good drop. So we lost another 30 seconds here, but that's fine. I like 45, but that's also okay. No. Oh yes, we did want that. We did actually want that screen up. So we lose a shot here. That's kind of annoying, losing a shot, but to equip a legendary bow, it'll have a legendary effect. I don't have time to check what effect it has, but yeah, it has a pretty decent effect, I'm sure.
It cannot fall into the Witch King's hands.
Okay. I wonder if we can just Shadow Strike down to that fire. I'm just thinking of new strategies. We're constantly looking for new strategies here. We are so close to being under 3 hours that we just want to get there. Okay, cool. Is there anything here we can Shadow Strike to, like any fires or open areas? No, doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, this is you can't Shadow Strike to civilians. So we now have the ability to use Shadow Strike, which is this ability here. Costs us 2 shots of our arrow, but we can target orcs now to teleport to, which is huge. This is also meant to be a stealth mission. Luckily, these guys are immune to fire while they're tied up, so we can simply go from campfire to campfire, doing this. And we're already halfway through our objective, basically.
Thank you. Ow! We must leave this foul place.
So, there, that little whisper noise you heard, I'm just directing you to who to kill.
Nicely done.
There, she's now. And the reason why I direct her like that is I could kill that guy easily myself. However, what I need her to do is I need her to be here and start killing orcs. She's going to slowly pick some orcs to kill over time. Okay, just kill that guy while I've got a full might meter.
I am in your debt, Ranger.
Kill that guy. We have to kill one of the objectives after we free the soldiers is to kill all the orcs, so we may as well just do it while we're working our way through here. Good, that orc didn't see us here. So we can just stealth as well. Yep, cool. Idril's also freeing that guy.
They've taken the
I'm going to shadow strike up to this guy here.
To Municipal. The ranger and I will
There's too
find
many on the ground there for Idril to fight, unfortunately.
We need to clear the camp before we
Normally
go to
we'd keep going, but Idril's going to get stuck here for a while fighting if we don't do this. She can fight that one, that's fine. And that should be the last of it. Yeah, Idril killed that one. And we come over here. The cutscene. We immediately were meant to escort these guys, and so we immediately teleport away and run away from them.
before more arrive.
Come up here.
Quickly!
The actual objective is just to defeat the bridge guards. The game kind of expects you to escort them up to this point, and then it's like, oh hey, you should be the bridge guards, and then that's mission over. But if we do that straight away, we get the mission done. I saved a few seconds there, so that's good. Okay, now for the longest mission, one of the longest missions in this game.
We must return to Sheila. She can show us.
Okay.
Sheila the Palantir.
The Palantir is here.
So we have two objectives here.
We must
First objective is just to kill orcs until we get our own rage, which isn't a lot. We don't actually need that much at all. Normally we need a lot more. Must kill a few more orcs than normal. So we've got our elven rage, so now we're going to move away here. We're going to start looking towards the sky. There it is. Our second objective is to kill this dragon if possible. We definitely want to make sure that we see the dragon and get the menu, this menu. Be like, hey, this is a dragon, because later on it can actually cause issues with it, cause a lot of issues for us. So now, ideally, I want to bait the dragon into landing. Doesn't feel like he wants to land today, which is not great. So we might have to resort to blowing off one of these shots. No. Please land, Mr. Dragon. I'm right here. Damn, I lost all my might. So even if he lands now, I'm not going to get. The reason why we pull back as well is because see that slow amount of slowdown there that just happened? Randomly, it happens when you're fighting. I'm running a bit light up regardless here. That small amount of slowdown, while that happens, the game does not actually, the in-game timer does not actually continue running. So what ends up happening is you get small amounts of time, and what it's meant to take is what I'm trying to say is what it's meant to take is 2 minutes to get before reinforcements arrive, but it takes close to like 2 to 11 seconds if you're fighting the orcs. And the orcs won't cross the line here, so once I'm standing far enough back, they'll just, okay, now you decide to land. They won't cross the line, so I'm standing back, they just won't engage me. And yes, the in-game time does freeze while we kill this dragon, but this dragon also guarantees drops a gem. And 66% of the time, it is good. 66% of the time, it is a red or a white gem, and we love it. 33% of the time, it is a green gem, and we absolutely hate it because we can't use them at all. Okay, so that guy sees me, so the moment he comes up, okay. Yeah.
Your city is lost instead.
So, nice and easy. we decide whether or not we're going to use Elven Rage on that guy based on how hard he is. If we don't use Elven Rage there, then we guarantee to use it here. And this is just to take down the Nazgul nice and quick. So that should pretty much end one of the Nazgul's lives. Yep, so that's one Nazgul down. Now we've just got to fight 4.
Darkness.
Now, I used to be of the opinion that fighting one Nazgul at a time was best. However, recently we've kind of discovered that it's just playing faster just to keep switching targets here. As a Nazgul, because every 4 hits the Nazgul will do an attack. Sometimes it's that attack, which is fine. Sometimes they'll spin back. If they spin back, it's a real issue because it takes you a few seconds to actually get back to them. So we're not going to go for this guy here. Gotta learn. I don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to channel on them. You can just press F, use the execute button, even without execute, and it will instantly kill them. So in this case here, that Nazgul dashed, and chasing him is slower than going after this Nazgul. For some reason I didn't get a block prompt, what we do. He's going to dash away, so we're just going to go for this guy. Use our execute straight away. Can use a glaive here so we can hit both of them. Okay, that was my fault then for not blocking. That's an instant kill on the Nazgul rather than waiting. Spam F again, even though we don't have execute, and it's immediately gonna send him away.
Return to your master.
Perfect. That wasn't a bad Nazgul fight. A little bit slower than I'd like, honestly, overall, in terms of where we are for the fall, but I'm happy still. That's decent enough. So now we're going to get saved by Atariel, because even though we are Atariel, because after defeating 5 Nazgul, somehow we fall and hurt ourselves.
Come, Ranger.
So Atariel saves us here. We are completely... If we had arrows here, this would be such a quick... this would be such a quick event. We just sort of jump up, shadow strike to these ghouls that are spawn, and keep going. Unfortunately, we don't get arrows until like halfway during this event, so we kind of have to run, grab these arrows. These are sort of the first ones available. There are earlier ones, but they're not of any use because they're so far out of the way, they take longer to get than those ones. Shadow strike there.
Our only hope is the light of Galadriel.
Shadow strike to that ghoul. Even though Atariel's telling us, come on, don't stop to fight. It's faster to just, shadow strike to those guys. 48 minutes for Act 1 isn't too bad. It's not ideal, but it's alright. Okay, so this is all the new regions that we're unlocking now. We're going to head to Nirn. This is probably the region we spend the most amount of time in. And this is the region where runs come to die. So I'm hoping this run doesn't die in Nirn. That is my hope.
Our greatest assets,
And they die because of the War Chief RNG and Captain RNG.
Remain undetected until
Just coming up in a few missions.
Just our weapons.
So we still haven't finished the fall yet, unfortunately. We now have the Ring of Power again, so now we can actually dominate orcs rather than just kill them. However, killing them here, for example, is faster.
More than fallen enemies, what we need are living souls.
Because we just want to move fast. And like Sonic the Hedgehog, gotta go faster, 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 faster.
He will serve us well.
Alright, so here I'm taking it very careful. This is the mission that all speedrunners hate. Notice up the top it says without being detected. That means being seen at all. It doesn't mean like raising an alarm like most other stealth missions in this game does. It actually means physically you can't be seen. The problem is that the same button for Stealth Dominate, which is what I'm doing to these guys to convert them to my side, is also the button for drop down off the ledge. And if you're spamming it too fast or going a little bit too fast, that's a bit slow there for my liking. But if you're going too fast, you'll actually, instead of dominating and walk here, you will, oh that was really close, you will drop off the ledge in front of them, and you will instantly fail the mission as they will see you. Okay. 3 left. My archers are doing a decent enough job. I'm going to leave them to it. Worst comes to worst, this guy follows me out and I shoot him with a bow. But no, that's all good.
More warriors, stronger warriors.
Normally you can get right up here to the... That's my fastest ever. Hey, got a new sword. That's actually going to be useful. I'm going to equip that now. And that's good.
We will also require command.
Oh no, I needed to character level there. Oh, all good. I can go back in the menu afterwards. This is Bruce. Bruce is totally not a traitor. We love him a lot. He would never stab me in the back in an hour or so. I promise.
Know what that is, mate? It's about sizing up a situation that's bloody impossible and saying, yeah, alright.
Now when I first started running it, for example, finishing the fall before 1 hour was considered good. Now finishing the fall after 50 minutes is considered okay. Like you want a sub 50 fall ideally. Just for reference on how much the run has changed since I started running this. Character. Okay, so we want this. And we want this. Really important abilities there. So now we have to beat Bruce down and stealth dominate him. Not stealth dominate him, just regular dominate him. Now, when we say we want to avoid most captains' opening lines, OLAGs are like the one exception. It's basically impossible to avoid an OLAG's line because we can't keep them in stun lock like we can the rest of other captains. So I just run there straight away and get Bruce's line, get it out of the way. The old route we used to have an AoE fire ability here, which was really useful and made this fight much easier. However, we've since taken Caragor riding earlier, as you saw there in the arena. It was really useful. And what that means is that we have to deal with all these goons we don't really deal with. So I'm using my glaive a lot more here than I used to. What we're going to do here is we're going to walk in here, and we're going to... No. Okay, you're just going to get shot. You're going to get shot. And if we're inside here, that was too far out, unfortunately. I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way, I think. I'm just going to fight everything here, because this is going to take too long. When we go in there sometimes, Elven Light, that should be enough too. When we go in there, we're actually untargetable, but the enemies can still throw projectiles at us. I was trying to go in there and get bruised, but unfortunately it just wasn't working. Still saved some time over my PB, because my PB made a horrible mess of that. I had to like stop 5 times channeling on bruise. That's the game telling us how to take over forts, which we're going to aim to do.
Enemy power is important, but what is most crucial for conquest is strengthening our own forces.
Okay, so this is first of Kanan's Bane, and you can see the massive gap between this split and the next split. So Orcs Are Friends Not Food is my recruiting split, and it is a reference to Finding Nemo. I don't know why I'm making a reference to Finding Nemo, but I will. And it is where RNG in this run really happens.
This is the work of Kanan.
Where are you?
This is the forest of Kanan, and she will protect it with the full power of nature.
So we can go really well and get like a 107, 108 for our recruiting, or we can go really badly and get 115, 120. And that is the point where most runs die.
Why do these beasts not attack us?
They hear her song.
Apparently I'm not
They
here
are part
today.
of her as she is part of them. Yet they will
They didn't spawn in.
defend.
So I was looking for ghouls again to Shadow Strike 2. Unfortunately, those ghouls are RNG. They sometimes spawn in, they sometimes don't. Pop this guy's head, even though we have the Ring of Power, and we did dominate him because his armor changed colour, we still pop his head rather than just leaving him alive in case he ever escapes and be's on our side. Do those arrows. So here we have to fight one of each beast. It used to be absolutely horrendous. So the Grog here is such a pain because he's a poison-based Grog. However, one of the other runners worked out we could reroute us a little bit and have Elven Rage with this Grog. And that's a Grog fight. And that should give us full might, which we now back up here. And the dragon will spawn now, so we have to fight all three beast types. And if we're in the right position, we should be able to snipe the dragon out of the air instantly.
I take it this is also nature.
Yep, that's it. And we already have our might from the Elven Rage, and we instantly kill the dragon. And that's really consistent. Like my splits don't vary a lot on the split. The only variance that really comes into it is how many shots a Caragor takes to die, and whether or not that second ghoul spawns that we can Shadow Strike to. Cool.
It seems this ring.
Okay, so now we're going to level up again. Character. We're going to make sure we get fire. And we're going to grab this Faith and Might ability, which is really useful. We're going to do a quick gear check, considering we've got... No, it keeps flashing at us. Okay,
Yes,
so now
we
it's
must
time
go
for
to
the
Gogoroth
recruiting split.
and deal with this Balrog.
What we're looking for here is we're looking for a Caragor, which will spawn in about 3, 2, 1. That should be enough time for the game to actually... Yep, there it is. Load in assets. Okay, which one to grab? Just one. Caragors are just super fast at climbing structures and super fast at movement in general. We want to climb this huge structure, so why not take a Caragor with us? So we always grab this waypoint. We're going to use it a lot of times. We don't have to do the puzzle, luckily. We don't have to go searching for objects or anything. Oh, too many escape spams there. Okay, so now we're looking for worms. We're going to get some information on the War Chief. Let's go. I mean, you've got 2 and 2, doesn't matter. Mortally flammable, mortally beast vulnerable. Okay. So worst comes to it, we kill that War Chief pretty quickly with flame. Go up, please, Ataro. And what we hope for here is that one of his captains is level 2. Wow, that guy is very high level. So, that means we've got bad RNG. 17 is a very high level. I was trying to get a Shadow Strike on that guy, but it wasn't happening. Yeah, 17 is a very high level, unfortunately, and I did not make him my target. Hopefully we find one more worm on the way, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We used to just search for captains out in the world, and just randomly go for events and stuff. But this ends up being a lot faster overall, because what happens is we have to fight these guys regardless in the siege coming up. So if we take them out early, we don't have to fight them in the siege, and we have the chance to shame them down to our level. I think I should actually roll back a little bit. To explain this, we can now capture captives and put them on our side, like we did with Bruce.
We must gain more information before we engage.
The issue, follow the tracks without being, oh god, that is absolutely a rubbish objective. fact, this might.
I just need to outrun it.
I'm just going to sprint through here. Just hope for the best. This is an absolute rubbish objective.
Hello there. Just, you suffer.
Okay, that's weird. There we go. One of them
Surprised? You should know that people who follow me always end up dead.
So, regardless of what happens here, we have to fight these guys. Is that a level 12? It is. So, the OLAG is... I am able to fight.
You really want to
so that's
die,
great.
don't you? Well, I really want you to die. So this is going to be a good day.
Let me run back to what I was actually saying
Don't
before.
care about it. Just care about the killing.
We have to kill these guys regardless. May as well fight them now.
Smother the pirate.
May as well kill them now, and we get a chance to capture. That's a shame. Right here, we're just going to use this objective, this trick. Oh, no, we're not, because apparently we got knocked off the Caragor. So this is going badly. To be perfectly fair, this is going badly. Okay, so we're going to capture this guy. Hopefully, it's not interrupted. Yep. So he's our first captain. We need 3 total for this to actually unlock the next mission. And if the captains are too high level, aka the other 2 that are remaining here, we can't actually capture them, but we can shame them down to our level. So, for example, hopefully here, if I don't get interrupted, yep. We'll shame this guy down, and now he'll be our level. We can go and find him in the world. He'll run off, and we have to refight him, which is why that's not ideal. And their 3rd war chief burned to death. So, we have 1 capture.
How you going, Bright Lord?
And this is Bruce telling us. I don't know why he spawned up on the building, but impressive.
You know what you should do?
Yeah, we have to basically capture 3 war chiefs, go through 3 of these sentences with Bruce, and then we'll unlock the next mission.
I don't. I mean, obviously. If it ever got to the point where I needed a hand on the battlefield,
Okay.
I'd cut my own throat. But you should have some added muscle. No shame in it.
Okay, where's my follower? There he is. You're my battle. You're my bodyguard now, buddy. So now we have the ability to summon a bodyguard. We can quickly do a quick check around here, see if there's any captains. If there's not, then we're going to go for... I should have made him my target. So now that he's my level, he's actually in the keep. That's cool. Normally they don't stay in the keep. So I'm going to get high here. No. Don't know where he is. Oh, there he is.
They fancy themselves to be tamers of beasts.
Their beasts won't stop us from taking their fortress.
So he's going to break after this, so I need to break him now. But we might be interrupted by a bunch of things here, like the Caragor, the orcs that are burning. I do not want this Caragor. Oh no, he's going to burn to death if I'm not careful. Got him. Okay. So that's 2 now. And this is what we mean about a lot of RNG. There is a lot of RNG here in this run.
Your will be done.
We'll send him away so he doesn't die.
Yes, master.
And now I really don't have any kind of pivot around here. So I'm gonna, oh no, I do want the map up. I'm gonna look for any, no. You. We'll go for you. You're the closest objective. I don't see any other captains in here, unfortunately. Boys, sorry about that, just interrupting. You're the guy we're after. Terrified of stealth. So if we can stealth this guy, that's great. I didn't see his level, but we're still going to go for him regardless and then shame him down. So this is what I mean about it being very volatile. Unfortunately, we only found one captain that was our level. I want to Shadow Strike too. I'm constantly looking for Shadow Strike targets. It would be worth it. Alright. Mandatory again, so it's all good. 4 minutes. So we got 4.5 minutes to find a guy, capture him, possibly shave him down, fight him again. We're going to lose a little bit of time here, but not enough to call a run dead.
And remember to keep the targets.
Ideally, what you do is you find a captain in War Chief, you kill him. He has low-level guys, they all get terrified when you kill him, and you can instantly capture all of them, and that's done. That would be the perfect scenario. Apologies, I got something stuck in my throat. I'm talking too much. Would have been smart to get that Caragor, actually. Oh, that's okay. Alright, so I didn't actually catch what level this guy is, but it won't matter. If we can stealth him, he'll be 22 on epic.
So watch yourselves when I slay this thing!
Okay. So he should be terrified now, and he should run away. Yep, that's great. And as soon as he starts running, we can do this, and he's already broken. So he's way too high level for us. So we have to shame him, but we know he's terrified of stealth, so we can just do that again. Terrified of stealth is huge. It's a huge perk for us. And he's 700 meters away, so let's look for Shadow Strike targets. Nothing around, unfortunately. Something over there, but I think he's too far up the cliff. He is. Okay. So he's going to have another mission, and if you let these missions play out, usually they level up. Sometimes they die, but usually the captains start leveling up again. There is a very small chance he comes back as the Unashamed, which will actually increase his level, but he didn't.
Rogues are dumb. They'll chase anything. You'll see what I mean
The Gutless.
in a moment.
Okay, so he got a new title because
Faster than it looks!
he got a new title because we shamed him. And hopefully we can stealth him again if we do this right. Yep, and he should be terrified and run away straight away again. Terrified of stealth, that's great. Break his mission. He's going to flee again, and we'll instantly capture him. No, we don't want you. We'll get intel on him because he's flammable, okay. You're the one we want. Done. That was actually, wow, that was all because this guy was terrified of stealth. So, now we're going to walk to the next objective. It is still locked at the moment because it's right here, because we need to wait for Bruce to spawn. So we're just going to bounce around. We're going to be running back and forth, trying to run over. The game has like different planes of areas for loading, so we're just trying to walk back and forth between them to speed up the Bruce encounter. Unfortunately, there it is. It's RNG when Bruce spawns.
There's a sneaky bastard. He'd make a top backstabber. What you want to
Okay,
do
I need to go for a toilet break. Luckily, there is a cutscene coming up. There's other people, and
course,
2.5 minutes
no
long,
war chief's
so
gonna take on
good
a
timing.
bodyguard unless he's proved himself. And the place to do that is in the fight pits. How does surviving a few rounds make it trustworthy? No idea, but it's a bloody good laugh. And you'd be a drongo to trust an orc anyway, so it all works out. Go on, have a go.
Okay, so Bruce. This is the last tutorial that Bruce gives us. 3, go big. I'm not actually going to do that quest. We used to in the run, but we just don't think it's worth it anymore. Oops, that was too far. Alright, I'm going to go forward.
My black speech is a little rusty. Actually, I don't know a single word, which is a pain in the ass, but to hazard a guess, he said we're all gonna die horribly. Yeah, my kind of blood.
I will handle the Overlord. You
Okay.
focus on the
Apologies
defenders.
about that, but it's a cutscene, so nothing I can do anyway.
Leave it to me. I'll have this down quick as.
Okay, stab this guy. And now there's no war chief guarding his first capture point since we already took the war chief down. So it's just basically capture the flag, King of the Hill. Sorry, King of the Hill, not capture the flag style game where we've just got to hold this point until we capture it. That's what I should have done straight away. Summon my bodyguard, because every capture that you have on these points increases the capture speed. So I want to kill as many orcs as possible here, and Bruce is going to teleport over there. I want to kill as many orcs as possible here so that we get our Elven Rage up so that we can use it during the next mission in Talon's Bay.
Maybe I'll pick up a sword for myself. I could use a new toothpick.
Pick your teeth later. Right now, we need to take the
Climb
fort.
up over this building,
I'll chew my way right through it.
and we look for a shadow strike target. That's a pretty bad one, but normally they're further up. That's all good. And now we have to fight the second one, Chief here. Caragor bait, there it is, over here normally. Yep, so now we want to summon the Caragor and use that Caragor trick again. Although this guy's basically dead. He looks like he's mortally intimidated, great. He looks like he's mortally wounded by fire. Okay, I'm stuck up around the fire, I can't actually hit him. So we're not even going to bother with the Caragor here, to be honest. Got his lines, I didn't get him.
Boys will catch hell for giving you a foothold after all this is done.
I didn't
First,
get him controlling properly, but that little fireplace that I've knocked him around is kind of annoying. He's burned to death. Cool, and that's all the war chiefs killed, so that means we can capture this point now, basically. Oh, and we can hopefully take this guy wherever he's going. I can't seem to target him though. Alright, so that should be enough now. Hopefully if no one interrupts me here, usually they do. But I will try to keep channeling on this guy. My guy's going to interrupt me then. So we will capture him because we use these guys later. And every single one we have is better. He's the one who's going to be in charge of my base. Wow, that was a really fast hit without the Caragors. Wow.
I'll fancy this fort capturing.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I mean, we've still got another minute of speeches, but that's...
New overlord. I'd like to throw my hat in that ring.
I'm guessing it's because the War Chief was just flammable, and that's what I mean about RNG in this game. There is so much RNG, which keeps me running. Honestly, it's good. It keeps me running. I'm not sure how I would go with without RNG, but yeah. And while this speech is happening, I'm going to grab my drink bottle.
We fought and suffered, but still we stand. There is a new power in Mordor. You! In the days ahead, we will fight other battles and claim other fortresses. But starting today, Mordor belongs to you! Mordor belongs to the Bright Lord!
Wow, that was really fast. That was the fastest I've ever done yet. I feel like that was the fastest I've definitely done yet. Yeah, 3 minutes ahead. Wow, at this point. Okay, let's focus. Let's not get a big head here. We're going to make the Defender. The only reason we make the Defender is because we've got an upcoming pit fight that is mandatory.
Now we have a foothold in Mordor.
And Defender's are slow pit fights. That's literally the only reason we make him the captain. And Bruce is totally not going to betray our ass soon, so it doesn't matter who we make boss.
Will eventually come under attack, which you already know since you attacked it once yourself.
This is Ratbag. He's very prominent in Shadow of Mordor. He's really not that prominent in Shadow of War, unfortunately.
You have scouts who can sniff out enemy forts, so you can go on the attack yourself. You know what they say, the best offense is a good offense. And don't worry about running low on orcs.
Unfortunately, this is mandatory. This is talking about the in-game shop, which has been removed.
They call the Headhunter. He'll sort you out. Oh, Shrock. Forgot to fill Ranger's
But
feeding
we use the
bottle
remnants
before
of it. There are still some leftover mechanics from it. And we use it. We abuse those in these speedruns. So we fast travel here, and this is the pit fight. We have the mandatory pit fight. Just teleport down to the ground. Much quicker. Okay, and we have no control. We don't get to pick which orc goes in. It's just one of our orcs that we own, and versus one of their orcs. What we hope for is our orc has high attack speed, and we don't want him to be an archer. They're an archer or a defender. They're our two bad things. High attack speed, so he's constantly getting attacks in. It doesn't matter because he's going to be versing a much level lower character, but if he can never attack, he can never win. And we don't want a defender or an archer because archers take forever to load their blows and they constantly get interrupted, and then they try to load their bow again and then they get interrupted and they try to load their bow. It's a cycle. And defenders because they usually end up turning 2. So they have an archer who is not intent on firing his bow, which is interesting, and is very fast on attack, which really sucks. So our guy is just very slow, and he may die here. If he dies, it sucks. It's very rare that your guy will lose this pit fight. Okay. He used his attack animation to taunt, so that's really bad. And he got interrupted during one of his attacks. He hasn't actually successfully attacked. And this is another RNG section that just is frustrating. All I can do is control the camera. I can't do anything else in this fight. As you can see, their guy just has a massive attack speed boost on my guy, but my guy is a tank, so he will take forever to kill. This is really frustrating. I think my guy's going to generally lose, to be honest. This could actually be that small percentage of the time when my guy loses. And God, he has spent so much time. He's had 2 attack opportunities, and both times he's wasted them as special attacks rather than just going for one single attack. Right, well that's a good way to lose like 2 minutes here. And you can see the timer up the top doesn't actually count down properly at all. It doesn't move during their special moves, which is what this archer keeps doing.
I like it.
Oh, our guy attacked and the archer dodged randomly. Well, he's finally loading his bow, but he dodged again, and our guy decided to. I can't believe it. We actually lost. It is so rare to lose these. Oh, that's so frustrating. That took so long. Like, I don't care if I lose. Like, it sucks because I lose a guy, which means I lose a guy for our strategy for Gorgoth in the late game, but it's just so frustrating for that to take so long. Okay, so now the world map is opened up, we can go where we want. We have a pretty solid route here. So there's a daily quest, and then I've got 2 prompts for DLC here that some of the other runners don't have. And we're going to go to our first region, which is our first time in Gorgoth. So this is Khanen's Bane. Unfortunately, we're just going to lose some time based on that pit fight. That's just really frustrating as a player. I don't mind RNG when I'm playing, but RNG when I'm completely out of control is very frustrating. I need to level here. I should have just used a call mount, but I didn't level early, so I have to grab one of these Caragors as a backup. I'm going to level now. Character. We want this. We want this. Again, I'm learning all of the new level up, new strategies, so I'm a little bit unsure of myself still when I need to level up. That's why I didn't level up before here. Ideally, you level up before fast traveling, which resets the cooldown on your call mount ability, which allows you to instantly pull Caragor rather than having to climb up that cliff one. Okay, no easy worms, no scouts that I can grab. It's a shame, but not the end of the world. Okay. Pull our mount. So we've got a relatively long climb ahead of us, and Caragors again are super good at climbing. That's where we leave our Caragor friend. Shadow Strike over to that guy, Shadow Strike here, and then to this guy. We do it in this order because this guy's platform has a full bow recharge, so we get all our shots back, whereas the other platforms only have 4 shots. Zog is dazed by fire, that's great. This Zog is a very important part of the game. We won't ever see him again after this. Going to trigger this fire again. So we're trying to avoid Zog's opening lines here by keeping him dazed. That's Zog's lines.
It doesn't end here. I will wake all the dead of
I'm not sure why he's shaking like that. I think it's because he's still in the stun animation, so that's kind of odd. But yeah, you can't avoid Zog's closing lines here. You have to listen to them.
Do you think they'll come?
I didn't check my Elven Rage again. God, I really hope I have Elven Rage.
Again. Swallowed by the darkness.
Okay, I do. Good. We just need to kill this last guy. I think he's it. Is there any more pit fighters? There is one more. That's it there. And we leave him to the pit. And the reason why I hope we have Elven Rage is because we skip an entire phase of this fight with Elven Rage. So the Balrog is immune to everything except the arrows in the back that is vulnerable. However, if we wait for him to get chucked, get up and use our Elven Rage in the right position, you can see we're actually hitting him. You're not meant to be able to damage the barrel here, but for some reason you can. What that means is the barrel is going to be damaged for the next phase. And we're going to be able to instantly put him into the final phase, which is 4 shots to the chest. But here I'm just using the race world view because I find it easier to see when his back's ready to be shot, aka the big blue splotches. Inventory. I don't think I equipped that new bow, did I? I did not. 9 shots. No, that's fine. I'm going to leave that. I was just comparing the bow there for a second. 9 shots is great, but it's the ability to have a chance to set enemies on fire just from a headshot is huge. We'll eventually replace that bow, but not yet. Come on, that should be about right there. Okay, so that's phase 1 here. Phase 2 is meant to take a very long time. And yeah, you can see me already losing time thanks to the terrible pit fight that happened. Phase 2 is meant to be this long drawn out fight where you're riding Caragor and beating down the orcs. Thankfully, we skip all of that. So the Balrog should not be at this low HP. We're immediately going to strike him once, and he's ready for death. So there should be a whole fight here that we're skipping. Cool. No. We lost a ton of time in that pit fight. That's so upsetting to lose that much time in a pit fight. Okay, so here we're going to go back to where is it? Map. Fast travel to this location. And, 360 controls are plugged in. I need that for part of this game, so I'm just going to quickly plug it in. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many issues. Should do. Should be level 15 now too, which means we can take, where is it? No, we're not. Unlocked at 16. Okay. Oh, ice. Ice. We want ice here. Sorry. Unlocked at 16, not 15. Oh, why did I jump out like that? Okay, I jumped out like that, even though the quest objective's here, because I thought I had Talon Strike, because we used to have Talon Strike, and that's the way we used to do things with Talon Strike. However, things have changed, and it's getting really hard to keep track of where everything is. Okay. Dog making a lot of random noises.
Nice fort you got here, but I was expecting entrails hanging from the walls. Let's fix that, shall we?
That's nice. Trapper. Master of Hunt. Not the worst thing in the world, but not great.
Ah, surprise! Considering running, that might work. Till I find you again.
Okay, so right before, we're just going to plow through a bunch of guys, get our might up here. Beastproof, great. I didn't see that in these lines. I wish I knew that beforehand, before I summoned my Caragor and wasted all on that. Apparently I got the execute on that guy as well. Caragor, please. I'll waste another execute there. Caragor is just ripping him to shreds, but he's beast proof, so that's really annoying. Yeah, this guy's actually going to be a pain to fight.
You like that?
I actually don't know how I'm going to fight him, to be honest. I'm just going to bring up my bodyguard here. I know he's beast proof, I'm just grabbing that for the next guy. And he's immune to execution. Wow, I've just lost all of my time. Yeah, that's all of my time that I saved on Carnan's Bane. Based on this one guy alone being A, beast proof, B, Vault Breaker. The Caragor, where's my Caragor going? Where are you going? That was really annoying. Caragor shooting him off like that. So again, we're just playing through guys, we're building up our might here. That guy's enraged by injury, which is never great. But he got knocked down by my beast, so that's a really good sign. And there's the insta-kill. So that's how that first guy should have died as well. But he was, yeah, beast immune and all that jazz. He's inside my walls. I'm going to go this way. Unfortunately, knocking over my own guys doesn't build my might up. Arrows to fight. I need to get arrows to get him off his mount. Arrows should be here. They are. Pick him up, slice him in half. Brilliant. Second wave of defenders.
Targeting the inner gate. If these orcs reach the king,
You are not an
then
Olaf,
that is
so I'm
where
going to go
they
for
will
you first.
die. Righto.
Surprise! I don't know much. But one thing I
Oh,
do
that's a
know.
long line.
Long as there are living things, one of them is going to want another one
Come on,
dead.
buddy. This is a long
that's
line.
my
You're wasting my
business.
time here, my friend.
That, you could say, is the reason I am here.
Okay, good to know. We're just going to run around. We're going to run through the four guys. You got knocked over. That's a great sign. So, yeah, we're literally just spinning might here. Pick him up, slice him in half. And as stupid as this looks, this is still way faster than actually physically fighting these guys. Oh, great, one of them is dead. That's actually awesome. Yeah, arrow proof.
I want you to know I'll treasure this always.
Okay, buddy. So we're just going to get off the Caragor at this point. We're wasting time. Wow, that guy died. That's actually huge. Could have been so much further ahead if that first goal wasn't beast proof though. I froze up them for a moment because the animation that was playing was a kill animation, so I thought he was just dead. But it turns out he wasn't. I should have grabbed that dagger, but that's okay. So now we just got to get to the keep. We're just going to use shadow strikes on our own guys. We don't really care about our own orcs, so just get out of my way. I'm going to run out of focus, so I'm going to climb up the wall. Normally it's faster to run on the staircase, but if I'm out of focus, it's slower. Okay, so time for Bruce to totally betray us. We did not see this coming at all, ever. Just spamming X, escape and space here at the same time to skip menus. And yeah, there we go. So we're still ahead by a bit, which is impressive considering how much we
Slaughter that wretched Olog and all who stand with him.
how much we burnt
What
through
of the
there.
ones who stand with us? Clearly their loyalty cannot be trusted.
And how much we spent, how much time we spent killing that Beastmaster. So that could have been so much better. Okay, so this is
Three prisoners.
free all our prisoners from Bruce.
Stay back and stop the area. Really good scout.
Scouts go on ahead.
Damn. You can actually free that guy before getting interrupted at all, if you get him on the first grab. So now I kind of have to... No! Stop running, please. This is why I don't like games that are converted from console to PC. The controls are too... Here we free this guy.
Yes, you said 3, and we've got 1. I can count.
18, that's a bad level. Just gonna free this guy at this point. And that's a good example there. Unfortunately, we're out of arrows. Oh, he's enraged, but he's... Good job, random orc number 483. Whoa, what happened there? That was really weird. The cutscene started playing for this before the in-game cinematic had started playing, so we kind of just glitched hard.
So what was the plan?
Alright.
Rescue your boy.
We're hoping for a Caragor rider here so we can use a Caragor strat, but if not, then we just fight this naturally. My PB does not use a Caragor strat at all. My PB was before the Caragor strat was found, so we hopefully should at least match the time in here. But 37 to 45 is a long time. There's also a speech, so we really need to finish this before about 44. Caragor, perfect. That's really great. That's so great, actually. Okay, so he's a Beastmaster because he didn't get knocked down. Oh no, don't do the cinematic while I'm charging. I had a perfect line on that guy, now he's going to move away. Because they can move during cinematics, but we can't. As you can see here, Bruce caught up to me. Now I've been knocked off my Caragor and lost all of that knife that I was working on. Which is really unfortunate. But that's just how the game goes, so we can't really... Nope, didn't get him. And my Caragor died. Nope, I just got knocked off him again. So this is not going well for the Caragor strat. And another one of my guys is dead. Yeah, this is where we fail. And Bruce is going to kill my Caragor here. No. Oh, I thought I had the ability. Did I not? Oh, I didn't take it. Did I? That's why that wasn't working correctly. That's why that wasn't working correctly. There we go. I think my Caragor's nearly dead, so I have to be very careful there. Okay, snap, snap. Crackle pop. Yeah, my Caragor's now dead. That's fine. annoying.
This fort's mine, and so down you can't.
So we're going to take this guy, he's going to be ours. We're going to keep him here to fight with us.
Whatever you want, right lord. Suppose I have to watch your back now.
That guy burned to death, that's great, we couldn't grab him anyway. Grab this guy too.
I will serve you,
Yeah, Caragor Slayer, so he was definitely the beast-proof guy, so we just wanted to stay away from him. Bruce should be done in a second. Bruce should be done any second now. There it is. So Bruce runs away, and we never see him again. So we're going to lose some time here, I think. Not a huge amount, but I think we're going to lose maybe 10 or 15, 30 or so seconds.
Get far. We will find him and use him to show all of Mordor what happens to those who oppose the Bright Lord.
Cool. He's dead. Oh, we might still be ahead. Depends on if we get the speech glitch. So the speech glitch, for anyone wondering, is sometimes the speeches don't play and you stand there for a minute and a half going like this. Because you do all the movements of the speech, but you don't actually do the speech. But it looks like it's all good. Yeah, so we could have done much better there. I lost Caragor control and I didn't level up the use Caragor's health as a might resource. We're going to be roughly on time, maybe slightly ahead still. I don't know, these speeches have very varying lengths, so I kind of base my thought on the average of the speeches, but not the each individual speech. Yeah, we'll be ahead, not by much. There it is. 3 minutes. 3 minutes ahead at the Cura split. That's not bad. Now it actually matters who we put in charge. You. We don't want you to come with us. It only matters a little bit. It doesn't really matter that much. And this is the last time we're coming back here. So what we do now is we pack up everyone. And this is for you, Slayer. Yeah, you go up there. So I move that guy there because if they're a bodyguard, you can't actually put them into your garrison, but if you reassign them as a war chief, you can.
Skark.
You're going to be... okay, you're stuck somewhere, so we're going to reposition him to war chief. I think that's all of them. Oh no, one more. Do I even have money for this? Oh, I'm getting very low, but I do. Okay, cool. So that's this fort emptied. Character level, we're going to grab in combat consume. Brilliant. And inventory, I noticed we got a few drops there. Oh, hammer. Yeah, it's time to give that up. Okay. Quests. We want to go to here. Okay, so it's now time for the Spider Siege. So this is the Siege of Kirith. Just keep my eye out for war chiefs, things like that. Now there is a chance that the assassin that we killed before comes back at this point. 22. That's way too high level for us to bother about. There is a chance that he comes back, and if he does, we hope that he is level. He can come back as 16, 17. He can come anywhere from 16 to 23, I think. So ideally, we want him to be back at level 16, 17, or 18, so that we can capture him. Is he going to spawn here? That's the question. It's usually here where he spawns. No, he didn't come back. Okay, that's fine. We want to go into our garrison. Yes, we want to go into our garrison. Yep, I know, we don't really care. We probably want to keep the poison guy, so we're just going to deploy this guy. And the reason why we deploy him is we now go into the army, make him our bodyguard. And now we bring extra body basically into this siege. And when you're sitting on siege points, the extra captain increases the capture time. Plus, he's also a Caragor rider, so we can pick his Caragor and kill any of the war chiefs in this siege. There is a very, very, very low chance that this siege is captainless, and what that means is there's no war chief or captains inside it. I didn't check. It doesn't matter, we'll see it soon enough anyway. I didn't check, but it's a 31 in Legendary. I didn't get any information on you. 31 in Legendary isn't great.
Before the walls of this fortress, you will be swept away in a torrent of your own blood.
Cough.
So enraged by stealth, poison guy, fireproof. That's actually bad. So
You shall be engulfed in our clamorous din.
We have to kill him with Elven Rage, which is fine. We usually use Elven Rage, but yeah, if the fight goes on beyond the Elven Rage point, we're going to struggle to fight this guy. Archer up there. So the reason why I was excited to get a hammer over a bow is hammers have a guaranteed knockdown, and the Caragor trick requires us to actually knock down targets to do it. So let's hold this for a sec, wait for as many orbs as possible to come around before we... Oops, that was my fault then. Parry correctly. Summon this guy. Just capture the point faster, and right now we're just building Elven Rage. As unexciting as it is, we need Elven Rage, so may as well use this component to build it. But we killed his Caragor, which isn't great. Why is there a random captain there? I'm not going to question it, I'm just going to keep going. Can't stop climbing the wall. Seriously, Italian, I am not facing... Okay, I'm just not... I don't know what's going on. That was weird as hell. I could not hold my run button there without climbing the wall. I wasn't even holding a direction for the wall. Anyway, not a captainless. You can see the war chief's up. Yep. So we're going to summon our Caragor here. Build up some light and hope these guys are beast strengths. It looks like they're all getting knocked down. That guy got up before we executed him. That was a shame. Cleave. Donk. I want to keep saying donk. I feel like I want to say something every time that happens because it looks cool. Like them just going for like full health basically there. Donk. And donk. Brilliant. That was like 15-20 seconds. That's how those fights should go ideally. I just want to make sure my controller's working while I've got a few seconds. Yes, excellent. Controller's working. The reason is because I'm a controller player for so long, I'm so used to controllers. that I find the Elven Rage cycle that we do on Overlords while we're trying to execute spam and do Elven Rage at the same time. I find that just massively easier to use controller. Staying on the Caragor, even though we can't enter, because running on the Caragor is faster, we can just run up here, dismount, and immediately enter. I'm going to switch to controller at this point. Do the very dramatic walk up here. Unfortunately, we can't. You used to be able to roll in here, I believe. You couldn't run, but you could roll, but we can't. They took that out, so I'm guessing that wasn't intended. They wanted this dramatic walk up.
The battle turns, and it turns against you. I'm going to throw your corpse into the vats, so that life will bloom from all your death.
That's creepy, man. That's creepy. Don't know why you wouldn't have your sword drawn. I don't know why you'd walk in here without your sword. In case those guys, you know, ambushing you at the door, but dramatic. So I know this guy can be damaged by range attacks, so at least I can open that. And then we're going to go with Elven Rage straight away. And this looks like it's going to be okay. Okay, yep. And we're immediately going to shine in here. And that's a perfect Overlord fight. That's how we'd like all of the Overlord fights to go. They don't go that way, but ideally that's how we'd like them all to go. And that was a very quick Kirith. Thanks to the Caragor strategy, which I'm getting much, much better at.
If you listen, you can hear the thunder of our enemies' feet as they flee. While we feast in victory, they quake in fear, because they know that we are coming for them. Witness the rise of Mordor! Witness the rise of the Bright Lord!
Okay, and another goal split for Kirith because of the Caragor strategy. Wow, 5 minutes ahead at this point. It's pretty insane. You. Yep, you. Did that. Okay, so we're never coming back here again. Unfortunately, that's Kirith done. And level 20, that's not too bad. So we did the same thing we did last time, which was move him to the body there. Pack him up. And you might be wondering why I have... sorry, let me focus first before finishing that sentence. Inventory, quick inventory check, nothing, that's all good. Quests, Frozen Flame. You might be wondering why I had 3 guards there if I only brought 1 in and I didn't capture anyone during that process. The game automatically gives you at least 2 captains to pick from if you don't have any when you enter the siege, so that you always have someone put as war chief and someone extra to add as a bodyguard or add as a war chief. Sorry, overlord and war chief. 21, too high level. I hate this glitch.
Which will make their fall even more humiliating.
That's a shame. So that was a visual glitch then. Which meant that I couldn't see what I was meant to be shadow striking to. So I do have to flick out in and out of the Wraith World a bit here. Because I'm looking for captains. I'm looking for... Climb, please. I'm looking for captains that I can possibly take. Like, here are 2 captains. I want to avoid them since they're too high level, so I don't want the alliance, so I'm going to run up this side. So they're all aware that I'm here, but I was too fast and he didn't capture me to have a chat, so that's great. Okay, from here, pretty much everything's the same as it was before. We're obviously still going to be abusing the Caragor strat if we can, but there's no real new strategies now. We can start leveling and getting all our abilities again, which would be nice. Obviously, having to grab the abilities like Call Mount. Probably should have done this with the Caragor, actually, thinking about this. Yeah, this whole climb should have been done with the Caragor. Now that I'm talking to myself about it, definitely should have been done with Caragor. But new strategies. That should be enough. Cool. But yeah, for the most part, the rest of the run's sort of as same.
Caragor fouls earth and sky.
There is a one frame roll you can do there. It does not save any time, but it looks really cool to roll around while you're being lectured by
Goroth will not be difficult to
Carmen.
find.
So, random bit of knowledge there that you can do.
Burns. It burns all.
So ideally we want to keep the Caragor glued on the ground, unlike Talion, Atari, or Carabrumbo, or whatever you want to call them. Caragors are fastest when on the ground. So we want to keep this Caragor glued to the ground, we want to avoid these little rocks, we don't want to hop over them. We just want to run directly to our objective.
Escape with this Caragor. Please, Mordor, your lands.
Double back!
Lies in wait to rain down fire.
Where are we going?
Ice. We go to ice.
Oh, that's interesting. Just where I hit that. So here, this is just like a little chase scene. It's unavoidable, unfortunately, but yeah, we just rain down ice on the Caragor. It's all good.
Spears of ice. Look skyward. Skyward.
But he is so far behind. I could probably stop throwing hammers now and he'll never catch up. But you know, he's not the trigger for the next cutscene. I am, so it doesn't matter if I keep him at bay.
With ice, your chance is clear.
Okay, so we just run this way, and that'll trigger the next part of the cutscene, which allows us to get on Kanan and mount her again. She's
This Balrog is from another world.
It is up to us now, Talion.
So this is the animation we want. This is the spinning animation.
This isn't working!
So I'm using my controller again because I find this fight much easier with the controller, but I can also press the spacebar on my keyboard at the same time to get both triggers at the same time, because I can spam faster than spamming just my A button or just my spacebar. So as you can see here, he has like certain health points he just can't pass. We want him to spin here. Yep, that's his spin attack. That's what we want to see. And I can't actually damage him any further with this.
Now we must attack.
Okay, that one's not a spam attack. Push him into the water. He does not like water, apparently. Unfortunately, that was a bad angle. You lose control during the cutscene. You just start flying in whatever direction you were, because why didn't you come back around? Oh, straight to the spin animation. That's great. That's the fastest for us.
Strike like thunder. Fall.
You shouldn't be able to rain snow on him like this, but you can gain control during the cutscenes sometimes, not sure why. And ideally we want him to not do that. Ideally we want him either to wiggle here. Yep, that's the wiggle. Which means he should go straight to the spin animation. Yep, and there'll be 3 fireballs this time. 1, 2, 3.
Let us fall.
And that's Caragor down. So there's only a little bit of time we can save there, and that's mainly pathing and another red gem. Wonder how many red gems I have. Let's just do a quick check. Character, no, inventory. Inventory. Only one more. Okay, so we're just going to unlock the bow slot now. I'm going to use it anyway. I'm just going to throw that in there. Like I said before, unfortunately we have a big green gem, but it's just completely useless. here, we're going to Shadow Strike down here. Sprint here. Shadow Strike here. And straight to this mission. Immediately Shadow Strike this guy.
Tread lightly. We must be careful.
These orcs will suffer now.
So I go into the Wraith World there because there's sometimes that orc on the stair you can see now. He's sometimes there, sometimes not. And if he is, it's quicker than Shadow Striking the guy. The backup guy ended up Shadow Striking. Perfect amount of arrows left. And sprint into this part.
The Uruks use our soldiers as bait. Those are lucky ones.
Have you managed to free many of your brothers?
No.
Vision's gone all blurry again from the Wraith World.
We're gonna cut you to ribbons! Few more of those, you're a call!
You saved us, Reach.
Grab these arrows here.
We'll have your head on a pole!
And come around here. Fire. Pop the fire. Big explosion.
Thank you.
He's free.
Bloody tar!
Just gonna wait for that axe to hit me before even trying to do this animation. Freed him.
My family thanks you.
18 is great, that means we can take him. He can be... Yeah, we have to kill him anyway, so we may as well just fight him. So he's ours. Hopefully he's a spy. That would be the best scenario. Not a spy. If he's a spy, the 18 is actually like an eye symbol rather than a shield.
Please.
And free this guy.
Finally.
Can we get the swag jump here? No swag jump for me. So you can do a strat there that saves about 3 seconds. But it's very hard to do and it requires like precise timing. Okay, we're going to go for him. I way over jumped this. That's okay. We need information on the war chief, on the captain, on the overlord here. Terrified of spiders. Beast fodder. Okay, so worst comes to worst, we can use Call Mount and just rip into him. Nothing there that we can really jump to. So I'll climb this. Dash from here. And blast towards.
Make sport of our misery.
Then we will make misery of their sport.
I mean, Caragor.
You kill my
I really didn't kill you, Beastie. It's right next to you, buddy.
I think we made them angry.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is we have to fight these guys regardless. So what I'm doing is basically using my abilities to clear most of them, making use of these barrels, things like that.
Let's deal with these orcs first.
Ah, damn, I think I hit me. I lost all my might there. Okay, that's good enough. As you can see, these animations just take forever when you do execute animations on my legs. That's why we don't generally do them. In that case I thought it would be faster. I probably should have just used fire though. Like that was a mistake. And my Caragor died. That's sad. I killed my Caragor. Those mini orcs. That was a waste of fire on one orc. Captain 21, so he's takeable. Okay, stealth him. Oh, no, he's dead. He was vulnerable to stealth, but that's okay. That's still quick.
She's a true warrior. She fears nothing anymore.
Okay,
Yes.
so we have everything we
That's the
need.
problem.
So let's get going. We have a captain to make a bodyguard, army.
Bugger.
Come out with a bodyguard. Enjoy your ride. Go in here without a captain. All good. We've got our bodyguard. We'll find some guys along the way to capture, hopefully. Should probably level, get some more skills. Okay. There is a very rare chance that he kills one of his war chiefs thinking it's a spy when we don't have a spy. I've only ever seen it happen twice. Pray? No.
This is the puny worm who took Darsgurum. Ha! Throw yourselves against this edifice.
That was a quick line, that's
Smash
good.
your skulls against our walls. Die like rats in a trap, so that Mordor can be pure once more.
And again, we're going to be abusing the Caragor strat here. I think I've forgotten our talent, which I'm going to clear up and find now, hopefully. No. Sorry, character, man. Character. I just said talent. Yes. There we go. Die Caragor, because those things are way stronger. We're actually going to use their Caragors first, if I don't kill them. Nope, I killed them both, apparently, even though I didn't think that was a fully charged. I'm going to get on our Caragor ASAP. Damn, that was not great. So he killed our Caragor straight away, luckily. I don't know, apparently they're just going to keep pulling us off Caragors. We're going to get some distance, run up. Yeah, no, I can't fight these guys. I think they're, I don't know what's going on, but I just can't fight them. Spacebar. Oh, Caragors, please bugger off. What? Really? I don't understand what happened there, but okay. So things aren't going great. One of these guys is obviously a Caragor killer, not Fault Breaker. We're just doing AoE here again, I guess. I knew we Fault Breaker, I don't know why I went for that. Okay, so now we got the guy who knocked us off constantly, so we're going to try for the Caragor strat again. That worked much better. Missed him. Come on, buddy. Okay, so I can't knock him down by the look of that, which means he's immune to base. Yeah, I can't knock him down. Okay, get off the Caragor. 38 is such a high level for this. I'm just going to try to break him here. I should be interrupted by one of his allies. If not, that's a nice quick way to get rid of him. So there's a lot of decision making we have to make during this run. That was one of the decisions there, whether or not to go for a break on this guy. I'm going to grab this Caragor now for preparation for... Hey, get out of it. For preparation of when we take the... go to the next area.
Push forward to the square.
So here we go, bowl someone over, hopefully. No, too slow, far too slow there, that's too slow. That was quicker. We possibly could have captured that guy, but it is just quicker just to eliminate him like that. We really want to focus on getting this guy over. Yep, no, I thought I had him there, but he's targeting his captain instead. Like that, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. How much HP does my mount have? Not much, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the last of its HP to summon another Caragor. And that's an interesting little strat we just found. We'll just slice him once. I'm not going to bother breaking him at this point. Summon my bodyguard. How very silly of me. I walked out of the circle then. Okay, so quickly going to jump off there. I notice my guy's down. Unfortunately, I can't bring him back up. Caragor, where did my Caragor go? Here it is here. All good. Keep going. Hopefully bowl over someone here. He's dead. Didn't bowl over the war chief, which is a concern then. He's dead. But I may have just hit him while his shield was up. So we'll see again here. No, I think he's beast immune. Yeah, he's beast. No, there he is. He did get bowled over. Okay. Back up a little bit, come back around. Perfect. And that is so much faster, even with those mistakes there, that is so much faster than actually fighting. So we're just going to stay in the circle here. Got our rage. Just walking here, trying to keep Caragor health up as much as possible. And on to the final capture point. Okay. Target the war chief again. No. And Olags can't be knocked down by your strategy, so Olags are bad. You don't want Olags. I got Caragor. He's probably dead in a second. Rage by something. Oh, he's dead. Sweet. Good job. So that's just a random chance for you. When they're low, my allies can come in and instantly get them, which is great because it bypasses things like Death Defying. I don't know how I executed him then. I didn't actually use an execute ability, but I'll take it. So that'll be an upgrade. Cool, he's dead. And that's all everyone. So now it's just time for the war chief.
Took your time.
Just trying to dodge that attack then and walked out of the circle. Wasted a few seconds. 4 hours is enough. Okay, switch to controller again. He has a captain with him. We know he's immune to fire. We know we can execute him, so we're just going to do that.
You should never have come here, Grave Walker.
God, that is one ugly but cool looking orc. So I think that's like a fake tower orc. So the tower is like a real rare specialty orc. I think that's just one of the fake ones. Looks intimidating. 43 is such a high level. I may not actually get him down there from range here. Yeah, I'm not going to get him down completely. Oh, especially not when I do that. Immune to execution. Yep, so this is now a proper fight here. And if he's Vault Breaker, I'm in real trouble, but... wait, no, we know he's Beast Fighter. Yes, that's what I want to do, okay? Get off me out. That's I summoned. Alright, so we're just gonna come back around and do that. Sweet. Good. That might have actually just been faster than going for the Elven Raid strategy, to be honest, but something to consider. So we lost about a minute there. But we're still 5 minutes ahead of where we should be. 4 minutes by the end of this, 4.5 minutes maybe.
The end is within our grasp. We have shown the Dark Lord our strength. We have taught him the folly of challenging us. Now we know that the Bright Lord and his army will not be stopped. Mordor will soon be ours.
The thing is, in my PB, even though we didn't have the Caragor Strategy, I had a really easy PB. This was actually a very hard Saragos, but I was able, with the Caragor Strategy, we were basically able to mitigate that problem. Yeah, you'll know I've got waste some time here. So that's why the Caragor Strategy is so good. It's not great for imperfect scenarios, but it's so good in non-perfect scenarios. I did all that already. Character. Want this. Want this. And ideally we want, where is it? That one. Army. Time to pack up. No, we want to pack these guys up first, then. No point switching them and then switching them back.
Move.
So this guy will now bring him up here.
Baga.
Bring me into inventory. Quests. It's time for the Tower of Sorcery, isn't it? No, map. And surprise, surprise, we're going back to this waypoint again. Okay, Tower of Sorcery time.
Secures his citadel with a veil of shadow.
Oh, that was a bad jump. That was a real bad jump. Don't know what happened there, but it consumed my double jump straight away, which means I have to now climb this naturally. Let's see, auto aim feature there really causing me issues. Okay, that wasn't too bad though, overall. So when I first, funny story about this mission, when I first started running,
Your ability to track the Nazgûl.
we were all under the impression that we had to basically escort Atariel through this city. Thankfully, that is really not true. And in fact, all you have to do is follow the path that she was going to walk. That was bad. I had to use an extra focus there when I didn't want to. And as long as you follow that path, you will still pass the mission. So don't need to escort her at all, which is great. I'm just being very conscious of my focus here because I need some focus for some jumps soon.
We are here for the Palantir. That is all that matters.
Up. I know you can climb those. It's not a secret. Okay. use my focus here. I'm just going to have to do some focus, less running. There is a new path that we do have here, but I don't know the pathing for it.
The Nine will stop at nothing to seize
Just yet. I think it's this, and then... No, I don't have any focus. That was a waste because I didn't have focus. I should have looked at my focus bar. I was too focused on trying to get the skip. Definitely going to lose some time.
This ring is not
Just because that was a really sloppy execute when we were getting to this Nazgul.
has taken possession of this city. Now he will take possession of you.
Really? Never knocked me back before enough.
The light of Galadriel is greater than his vow.
Oh, didn't need to execute then. That was actually bad. We've got double might. We need to really...
Catch you outside the light!
There is no match for the light of Galadriel.
Okay, that's better. That's gonna... So basically, if we don't get in the light then, when he does that attack, he life steals. So we want to stay in the light then for as much as possible, so that he gets as little life as possible. We should be fine to spam the execute again. No, maybe not.
The light of Galadriel is
Be
greater
very
than
close.
his
No,
vow.
didn't get him, but that's alright. We'll get him with a few sword swings here. Should break him here. That was fairly okay for a fight. It wasn't perfect. We lost some time just due to me being really poor with my pathing and poor with my focus management. But losing 10-15 seconds on Nazguls is nothing new for me. Nazguls are one of the weakest things outside of fighting with bows, so... not army, I don't want army. I don't have an army here. Quests. Map. Fast travel. You can fast travel to the region, but it'll always put you to the region boundary. It's not often that we actually want to go to the region boundary when travelling to zones we've already been in. Golgoth is actually the only what am I thinking? The only exception, and that's purely because we don't have any fast travel unlocks in Golgoth. And yeah. Okay. So this is a Scourge. This is our first time fighting Hammer. He's a pain in the butt.
You tackle that shrieker, we'll play with a beastie.
Okay, will do, buddy. They call Nazgul Streakers in this, which makes sense when you think about it. Game.
Hold this fort for the bright Lord.
No, I got hit by him, which means that I lost all of my might. Which means I can't fast up from here. Yeah, this is going bad already, but that's okay. That should be enough to put him into phase 2, hopefully. No, still not. Wow, what is going on? Oh my golly gosh, I completely failed this fight. There it is. It's only one more tap to go into phase 2. Oh, that's like 30 seconds lost there. Because you can instantly put him into phase 2 when you explode that barrel and jump down.
I can feel the flames.
phase 3. Yep, there's phase 3. If I'm fast here, I can keep my might. It's hard to do, then we've kept it good. Surprisingly, that was relatively fast. Yeah, that was relatively fast for me. I think I've actually made up some time, yeah.
What about yours?
Considering the shocking start, that was fast. So, go back to this fast travel point again. Apologies about the background noise, by the way. There's construction going near my house, so it is what it is, unfortunately. Alright, Fire and Fury. I hate this mission because it involves just doing a lot of this. I'm slowing down time there to get headshots when I can. They do slightly more damage than regular shots, obviously, but it's really hard to hit it at sort of that distance. Very rare for this guy to actually come down. Land like that. Oh, I should have grabbed those arrows. That was a mistake.
We could turn the weapon of the enemy against him.
Like a ring of power. You do nothing to dispel my fears, Emma.
This is not going well, obviously. Oh god, that's really not going well. I've lost control of the dragons, that's why. It's not going well. I don't know where the other dragon is. I think it's landing in a second, or it's above me. Oh, I had an execute, and the other dragon stopped me from executing. Option needed. Yeah, this is not a great dragon fight. Where are you? Where are you?
What happens to the Nazgul when they are defeated?
Their spirit endures. It returns to Barad-dûr, growing in
I need more
strength
focus.
until
Come on,
it can
focus.
gain
Please
its
recharge.
form.
Come on, focus.
So,
Recharge. Recharge.
They
Recharge.
are vanished from death.
Focus. I really need you right now. Please recharge. There we go. Okay. I have my Elven Rage. However, Hammer has a tendency not to let us use Elven Rage.
But your shield, friend, I will take her head and hands as trophy.
Please be nice to me tonight, Hammer. So the problem with Nazgul fighting is they aren't actually affected by the slowdown during this, so he can actually use abilities during this. But that actually went well. That was a good Hammer fight. So luckily we got it. We might save a tiny bit of time here, actually. Might is the optimal word here. Despite really bad dragon fight, we got a good Hammer cycle, so yeah, we'll save some time. Quest. Grave Walkers. Quickly going to grab a couple of last skills here just to make the last fights easier, just in case. Character. Where is it? That one. That's it. Okay, that's all we can go. Caragors always spawn wherever your cameras are not facing, so you can manipulate them slightly by doing that. Okay, we really don't have any info on this war chief. I'm hoping for a... oh god, 38. A little delay there. Vulnerable to execution. That's really huge for that guy. Where's that Caragor gone? Good. Didn't go too far. Hopefully we can avoid these war chief's lines. Yes, we can. Excellent. So now we have all the information we need on the final guy. We're ready to go for Grave Walkers. Things are looking up for a PB. And we'll see how well we do, whether or not this is still on pace for world record right now. Even though the world record is 14 minutes, Gorgoth can go much faster than this. It's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. And at least we're on pace for a really solid PB. Worst comes to worst. Oops, too far.
Whenever I find you, I know the Nazgul must be close.
Half a second lose time loss there.
How many Nazgul are there?
Okay. Oops, one too many escape spams.
Do not hesitate. The only mercy for them is death.
So ghosts are super weak to fire. It's super effective against them. So we're going to come up here, leave Atari fight with the ghost burn, and immediately grab that guy.
It's denying them rest, turning them against their brothers. Is there no foul strategy?
Screw up that climb. I always screw up that climb. I do it too. I turn that climb too sharply.
They were your comrades. Now they are my slaves.
So we leave those arrows for the end.
Find peace.
These guys likely pretty much are always in the same location. I've told Ataru to go kill that other guy over there. We're going to go straight here. There's still 3 guys on the map. There shouldn't be. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed one. I got my pathing wrong. Hopefully Ataru grabs that one, is she? Yes, she is. Okay, good. No, she's not. Oh my god, Ataru. So I just wasted 30 seconds there by forgetting about this guy. He's trying to go fast and ended up going much slower because of it. I'd say close to actually 45 seconds, to be honest, with that mistake.
Field door must be nearby.
I'll blame Ataru, but honestly it wasn't my fault, 100%. Okay, Isildur 2.
To the Witch King, and at our sides will serve. Or you will die, and I will raise you as my puppet.
Oh, come on,
You
Isildur.
have a choice.
We can stop talking now, buddy. 2, 3, 4. Use our fire here just to clear these ghouls. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage to Isildur, but it just gets them out of the way. And then the fight's pretty clean from there.
The Dark Lord's gaze is fire.
It's enough to get Isildur into phase 2. Phase 2 is stand here and watch Isildur go mad. Oh, that was quick. That was really quick. I don't know how that happened, but I'm happy with that. Normally he bounces around like a madman for a few minutes, but he just... Come on, guys. Can we get some? This guy should have burned to death except Casimir, sorry. gained some time there, purely just because Isildur didn't bounce around like a madman, I think. So it's weird that Atara was talking to herself.
You and I will meet again.
If you look in the mirror.
As long as I wear this ring, I'm sure that is true.
He swells his ranks as far.
All enemies have a weakness.
Or a strength.
I don't know why sometimes your mount's just unavailable. I just can't summon my mount right now. Makes no sense, but whatever. It's all good. It's not that much, not that huge of a run anyway. So. And here, all the reason we've been gathering all of our captains throughout the whole run is so we can dump them here. So, what I mean by that is we go into our garrison now. And here's all 10 of our captains. And every time we dump a captain, it instantly kills a captain in this area. Because there's no room for this captain to come into the area. Because there's a hard limit on captain numbers. So this is quicker than the Caragor trick. This is the one we found out a while ago that managed to let me get a 330 world record. 334 I want to say, I got it back then. Since then obviously the record's smashed down to 301 right now. I'm expecting that to be broken soon as well, because that was a good run by Kaiser, don't get me wrong, like it's a very good run, it's much better than what I'm capable of, but by his standards it was a bad run, so... Almost done. Alex is the guy we got from the very start, the guy that helped us get a very good split on a recruiting split. Alright, so we've just eliminated like half the captains now. Now we're going to go into the army. Where's Caragor guy? I saw him. There he is there. Spacebar. 3. Make my bodyguard. Okay. Got way better number than 13. 19 is way better. Oh, you were already in the siege. 21. Mounted cavalry for extra Caragor. We want savage hosts. We want poisonous siege beasts. And we want a wargrog. Let's go fight. Man, it was like 4 months ago where getting to this siege before 3 hours was considered. That was considered world record pace, being at getting to this siege in 3 hours. Now we can finish the siege before 3 hours. It's crazy the time saves that everyone's come up with.
Yeah, might have had success at Caragor, man, filth. But here,
I'm getting very hungry too.
accomplished nothing except wasted
that construction inside is
everyone's
loud.
time. This fortress belongs to the Dark Lord.
Sorry
and
about
we're ready to
that.
defend
Excavator's
it.
working just
We're
literally on the other side of that
ready to
curve. You guys can't see it, it's slightly off screen.
But no sleep. We're ready to eat. I'm ready. The boys are ready. We're just waiting on you.
So that's his strategy. Give a big long speech puts us all to sleep.
So this is a very dangerous place because we are so underleveled at this point. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, we are so underleveled compared to where we should be. No, the Caragor base. So, let's see, the Caragor, this dragon just roasting everyone. Oh, that's a blood axe. We don't want these lines. dragon's gone, I'm safe to summon my Caragor. So that the Dragon Man's fired directly on top of me. Ah. And my Caragor dies. That's my guy. Yes, good job, my guy. Though you don't have to do such a dramatic animation, please. He's dead. Blood Axe, good. Blood Axe has the single longest line in the game. Get back up, please, dude. I'm done. The War Chief is still around here, but I can't see him. There he is. We have to kill War Chiefs regardless. Yeah, regardless, unfortunately, we just have to kill War Chief because you have to go back and kill them if you don't. I need a Caragor now. I really need a Caragor at this point. Okay, so there's Caragor Bay up there. Alright, you're here somewhere. Hit you in the butt. That'll work. Good. Now I have a Caragor. Oh, that's one of my guys dead. That looks painful. Oh, that looks really painful. And it's a kill. Go. Go. Grog crushed him. Everything's looking good for this point. I'm not going back for that level 16 guy who's bleeding. He's outside the walls, so I can't be bothered. Why are you killing my Grog? What? Like my Grog? Whatever.
We need to secure the courtyard.
Weird orcs. Really? Like, I didn't even get a chance to come up to you. You're a Beastmaster. You might be a Beastmaster, that's why. No, apparently not. Now what happened there? He just ripped me straight off. And he had no captains with him because we had taken out all his captains via the trick we did before by dumping all the captains. I don't have enough Elven Rage. I just realised all my Elven Rage is really low. I need Elven Rage for the War Chief, obviously. Although he is vulnerable to execution, so we know that, so at least we'll be able to down him quickly, worst comes to it. Okay. Olag's not great. So we may as well get off the mount at this point. We can't do this trick to an Olag, so let's just get off the mount and fight this guy normally.
They killed a War Chief! Attacking the training ground!
One more attack and we can get away. Okay. We don't care about bolstering our rank at this point, it's quicker just killing with fire. Still don't have enough Elven Rage yet. I can't go fight people at the moment. Look at this guy. Damn, I want him. This is a pain. Is my Caragor still around? It is! Caragor, good job, buddy. Is that guy alone? He is. Wow. Please don't kill the Caragor archers. I really need him. And that's him down. So at this point I'm going to get off my Caragor and just start get off the Caragor, please, and start building my Elven Rage. I'm just going to get rid of this guy because he is going to just cause so many issues. Please just take off at this point, Dragon. Getting so close to my Elven Rage now. Yeah, I should get it by the end of this, so I should be fine. We don't care about the other guys bleeding out now. This is the final point, we don't need them anymore. Yeah, we got Elven Rage. Cool, we got everything we need now. So now we just don't want to use abilities anymore because capture time doesn't happen while the animations are playing. Perfect. We have enough arrows. Yes, we do. We need 2 arrows to do this properly. We have 2 arrows. Okay. Things are looking up so far. But we'll never know. This War Chief, something could happen in this War Chief. I've lost my Elven Rage before when entering a War Chief's hole. I don't know why. War Chief's hole, that sounds wrong. Anyway, they're Overlords, not War Chiefs. But yeah.
I suppose I'll have to kill you myself.
Brave words for someone hiding from battle.
That's a big hammer. Okay, buddy. You breathe. You sound like an asthmatic. I wonder if orcs do get asthma. I wonder if they would just be killed because of it. I don't know. Questions to ask myself. Oh, I lost all my might there. I could have had him. Oh, I could have had him. Oh, that's bad. So we could have been done by now. But I couldn't. I don't know why I was spamming execute as hard as I could, but I could not get it. Just need to build up the might here and not fail. Oh, what? Really? He keeps doing that. Oh my. Oh no. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm panicking and I'm causing issues for myself. I could have been 10 minutes ahead here. I could have been on world record pace. Okay, so I just need to build up my on the other guys. Yeah, I just need to build up my line on here. Okay, good. Got him. Still wasted so much time. I had so much better time than that. Okay. That's alright. My wife just got home, so I thought I'd just let the dog go out and see her. Okay. Still on pretty good pace, but I could have been so much faster. Yeah, I think I just lost the world record then by doing that. That was like another minute that I spent in the War Chief cabin that I needed to. Which sucks, but that's what happens. All good. Let's take a moment, let's enjoy the fact that we're like pretty damn far ahead of my PB. This will be sub 310 if I don't screw this up, so for the entire game. 8 minutes. Wow. Yeah, so I don't think world record's in line anymore, but the rest of it is very possible. I don't want to climb this at all. I want to just jump around, go here, shadow strike down, stop getting panicky, it's all good, things are going to happen. Okay. We just hope for a good arrow proof.
Mad filth! It was a good effort. but you've made a lot of enemies in Mordor.
Do you have a whole guy strapped to your shield? That seems very inefficient. God, please bugger off.
Little man with toy army. We play before. We play
I don't remember you, buddy.
I think you've made the Dark Lord angry.
This is only the beginning.
This guy's taking forever. He's down. Much longer than I'd like. He's down.
He's down, not gone.
So here we
Skin's
are,
opening line, sorry.
facing each other one last time.
I don't remember you either, my friend.
But
I don't like your name. The enraged means you're going to get enraged often, I'm guessing.
Eltariel, we must push through.
I'm pushing. You worry about your orcs.
You can't plan one of me.
Really? That looks like it hurt. Okay, gotta use my arrows here efficiently to take down the Caragor. Wait, Caragor. I'm so not used to
Now you're
Caragor strats.
which I've never been entirely clear on what that is, but I'm pretty sure it applies.
Oh, why? I forgot about the Caragor strats, which I've been dealing with them the whole time.
Their own way.
So much quicker. That was a huge waste.
Always a pleasure to meet you on the
Oh, it's the guy we killed, the assassin.
Sweet. After all we've been through, I'm almost sorry this is to be the last time.
No. This guy. Don't you knock me off my mount. Oh, you rude orc. I'm just trying to kill you. Oh my golly gosh, please. This guy is just slaughtering me. You're gonna kill my mount, aren't you? That's right, my mount's dead now most likely from that, but I killed him nice and quick. No, he's a Beastmaster, he's not knocked down there. And he's arrow proof, so we need to get off this mount ASAP. Oh no, please don't be a no chance. Oh, thank you, Atariel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a really low chance to
What
happen.
have you done here? I could use your help.
Wow, that was really lucky. Okay. Wow, I was really lucky. I didn't even need to pull in that dagger. I'm just flustered at the moment.
Time has come, Stallion. All that you have wrought has led you here. We are bound together in this brotherhood. This is the fate of kings and men.
It shall not be mine.
The Dark Lord will be making.
Eltariel, support the orcs!
Never thought I'd hear that!
Okay, I couldn't parry then, that was weird. Spamming parry. So far, good fighting on Isidore. Dario, whenever you're ready, please. Dario.
Sauron's throwing his entire army at us!
Then he will lose it all!
Your journey has ended.
Oh god, my guy destroyed. Don't throw bombs. Bombs don't work on Nazguls. Oh my golly gosh, that's not fair. Could have killed him. Could have killed him. Sorry, whenever you're ready, let's cut the barrier. Target him. Oh my god, please stop throwing bombs at me. Really need to fire this. Okay. Yeah, world record's unobtainable now. That was a terrible Isidore fight. But this should PB. In theory. I only used the Caragor strat earlier. My first guide was an Olag, so maybe it wasn't best with Caragor. But the second set I definitely should have used the Caragor strat. Okay, so first priority is build Elven Rage. Even though it's slower to capture points when we're using abilities, we've got to build our Elven Rage for the Witch King fight. So we don't actually care about fighting the Nazgul here, they don't do anything. They just are an annoyance more than anything. It's nice to come back here at the end of the game, kind of, you know, back to where it all started. Oops, push myself back out of there. Okay, cool. Now we have our Elven Rage. Now we're just gonna hang around here. Getting caught on everything today. Because I'm panicking too much. Alright, so world record in a minute, that's definitely not happening. 110%, but I was on pretty good, considering how bad this, I hate when this glitch happens, you can't run, considering how bad some of the parts of this run went, I'm really, really positive and happy about this in general. So, we're not interested in fighting anymore, we're just interested in capturing. unfortunately his abilities are slow, so we're just going to beat him down to a pulp. I really need to actually worry about my health a little bit, to be honest. Might try to capture an orc or two for HP. What am I doing? Get up here. Get up here. Don't run this game. Teleport everywhere. So we're just going to use combat consume here. It does waste a tiny bit of time, but it gives us our health back. Being healthy is much better than this. You definitely don't want to be down by a random Nazgul. No block pumped again. Time to go to the Witch Keep. And there goes the official end of the world record right there. Oh no, I dodged. I wasn't meant to dodge that. Oh no, this is really bad actually. This is really bad. Oh no, I just screwed up the whole... my entire Elven Rage. Oh, that's bad. Well, there goes me being quick. We normally skip phase 2. This is phase 2 now. We normally skip phase 2, but I screwed up. So much waste of time. I'm so disappointed with myself. I may have actually thrown away 310 because of that. Oh, and I lost my mic pad. Great. This is one of the worst Witch King fights I've had in a very, very long time. The Witch King is one of the easy fights here.
Witness the might of the Galadrim!
You will see nothing more from me.
That's a shame. Dodged that incorrectly.
I have never felt such power!
There we go. Now we've got him in a stun lock. No, apparently not. Sauron, be nice today. There we go, phase 1 down, 2 more phases to go.
All of Middle Earth.
of Galadriel!
Okay.
Now!
One more phase to go. Still a really disappointing Witch King fight. I'm very disappointed with myself on that. Are you done yet, Sauron? You done yet? Please be done. My golly gosh, this phase does not normally last this long. This is insane. Don't you teleport away. Sauron.
Your time is over.
Okay. 306. Not great, not bad at all, but that could have been better. That could have been sub 305, I reckon, if I didn't screw up the Witch King so much. Still happy. Still really, really happy. Not the best War Chief RNG again, early game. Saragoth could have been better, but overall pretty good. Very happy.